Right, guys, I'm sorry, but things happen. But we are back, and we're gonna start from the top again. That's how we're gonna do it. Um, if you guys see any technical difficulties, anything going on, please let us know. We're here to find
Yes,
out.
let us know, please.
But we should be good now, hopefully. But anyways, back. Let's start from the top. Tierra. Oh my God, I can't even start. I'm so flustered right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little flustered. Hold on. But,
It's okay, we're good.
shout out to my guy Frank White. Let me make sure everything is as is. Let me know the chat is in the building. Hopefully the chat is still there. But anyway, we're gonna keep going. Anyways, Christine, due to
Yes.
forget the technical difficulties. We should be fine now, but we're gonna find out because the fans will hit us up and let us know. But it looks like we're live now. Right now, all right. Oh, well, that was the old one. Let me go to the other one. I'm going to the new one. Here we go. But anyway, we're gonna keep going. Anyways, Christine, due to
Yes.
forget the technical. Oh, you sound good now. There was no echoes, Christine. But we're gonna see. Let me tweet this out. Let people know we're back. But let's start from the beginning.
Back.
We're back. What was I say? Bud Crawford says Canelo, right? He says Canelo, if he beats Canelo, be top 3. Tierra Brown beats Sky Nicholson. Xander Zayas, Fundora is a possibility. We're going to talk about that. George Foreman passes away. We're going to talk about that after this. We're going to start it one more time. And again, I apologize to all the fans that are out there that were listening. Things happen. We're trying to give you the best product, and sometimes you have these little difficulties. But I'm almost fixing all of them. So just be patient with us.
You're doing great.
I'm trying.
Yes,
I'm
thanks
trying.
for your patience.
So anyway, your homegirl recently just won the belt. I think she went. It was in London, right? Or where was it at? No, it was in Australia.
It was in Australia. It was in this guy's backyard.
Sky Nicholson. What's up with all these fights recently out in Australia? Cambosis is definitely setting the bar out there. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I've been seeing a bunch of fights
they
out there.
have I forget the promotional company that's out there that's really big. Gosh, it just slipped my mind. But they're doing some big things.
Now, we were talking about pretty much women's boxing earlier and women getting more opportunity. And it seems as if, he says there's still an echo. I don't know. I think that's what Iceman just said. 10:30. We're going to have to deal with it, Iceman, for now. Over having
Sorry,
no sound.
guys.
We're live with the echo over having no sound. All right, I guess I'll be able to fix that another time, but it is what it is. But
Sorry, guys.
Jesus, I'm sorry. Jesus. Anyways, so we were talking about, a lot of women now getting the opportunity to become more popular, more prevalent in the sport of boxing. Taking advantage of OnlyFans, taking advantage of the internet, being their own independent salesman in a sense. And I feel like, with boxing, that's super duper dope. And I feel like at this point in a lot of these females' careers, they have to do this. This is an independent thing in order to get the pay, because the pay isn't that great for the women. They're still getting, as champions, 25, 30,000. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a shame that women have to do the extra in order to get the pay that they deserve, because we don't see the men having to do that. But it is what it is. It's very hard for women's industry. I mean, even when I started like 25 years ago, it was really hard to kick open the doors. And I feel like I definitely had to prove myself and work harder than, my male counterparts that were coaches. But it is what it is. Women's boxing is making strides, and I'm happy, and I'm here for it.
I mean, how difficult was it as a woman though, to be a trainer, how difficult was it to gain respect from the male fighters? Because you train both men and women. Like, how difficult
Yes.
of a journey was that?
It was very difficult. I mean, I started at another gym, and I was there for about 7 years. Then I wanted to open my own gym. And when I first opened and people came in and were like, where's the coach? I'm like, I'm the coach. I had many walk out. A young man that's with me to this day, he's grown. He's one of our coaches now. He was the one that stood by my side. And part of my French, so we were whooping everybody's ass. And then that's when people were like, wow, okay, she may know what she's talking about. It was tough.
No, it is crazy because, you know, there aren't a lot of women, and I feel bad for like a Clarissa Shields. She's at heavyweight. There's like literally zero competition, but there is a lot of great competition between the middle, you know, from under 147 pounds. It's just a lot of, you know, good fighters. I mean, I've seen the Liana Cruz's new fighters, Fundora, Gabriel Fundora. There is a lot, and I feel like a lot of these girls are now starting to get it. And to be honest, they're putting on a lot of better fights than the men. They're actually fighting.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
And,
That's true.
you know, I feel like now we're going to run into the era where boxing is now going to use a lot of the sex appeal, because before it wasn't a lot of sexy females. I think the first one was like Ali's daughter that was kind of, you know, more feminine or whatnot that people saw as a sex symbol. But now I feel as if there's more of a focal point, and I feel like even the more quote unquote sexy females are getting more of a push. Do you feel like that in today's female boxing game?
I do. I mean, I have seen it. We have experienced it with some of my boxers and other boxers. Why do they get opportunities and ours haven't? So I have seen it. I would be lying if I said it wasn't out there. So again, pushing harder, working harder. A comment that Boss Desk said, I push back, Christine. Women don't support women, and it's more women than men. That is very true.
How so?
When I first started at the gym that I was at, there was another female coach there. She treated me horribly for about 3 or 4 years. I mean, I could go into it, but I won't. But it's very true. Women need to support women. Mm-hmm. It was the men that really gave me the opportunity in the gym and showed me, you know, how to be the best coach I possibly could be.
Really? I would think women would be more empowering towards women in this aspect.
No, unfortunately not. And I want to change that. Like, I have reached out and tried to help, or if women come to me, I want to help them and show them whatever I know. And then you do get the reverse, where you're like, hey, let me show you, let me help you. They're like, I already know that. Or if I've been able to give another woman an opportunity, they're like, I don't need that. There's that too. So if they come, I help them.
I mean, you've been training, you said 24, 25 years, which is crazy, right?
25 years, yes.
And so how much or how little has the sport grown for women in that time?
It's still growing slowly, but it has grown. Mm-hmm. It's a snail's pace, but it is growing.
You know what? I feel like, you know, a lot of things take time to grow, but I feel like once it becomes the cool thing, it'll blow up. And I think Jake Paul making the move with Amanda Serrano, I think that may be the thing that pushes it over the edge. And I think, you know, even in wrestling, I remember wrestling at a time, there wasn't a lot of females. And then it became it became sold by sex, but now there was a lot of females. But now, even though they went through that time where it was mostly sexy females and stuff like that, now there's a lot of females with a focal point on them, regardless of sex appeal or not. And I feel like that could transition into boxing. And I feel like, you know, sometimes you got to take it how you get it and then just make the most of it and go from there. And you know, there's a lot. I never knew there was this many females actually boxing. You know what I mean? And now we're starting to get it. And you know,
Yeah, little girls need to know that it's okay. If they don't want to play with Barbies, they want to put on some boxing gloves. And parents need to also encourage if their daughter doesn't want to do gymnastics or cheerleading, like I was forced to do, or ballet, and I
no
sucked.
way.
Yeah, it was terrible. That it is okay for them to box.
Really. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't see my 6-year-old daughter boxing. She's such a diva. Like she's just, you know, I don't know.
And it's not for everybody. You know, if I need to be girly, I can be girly. But for the most part, I'm in workout clothes and my hair's back or braided up, and I like to get in there in the gym. But it's not for everybody.
Now, do you feel like? Do you feel like they should have their own cards, women, in regards to like? I remember back in the day, wrestling had Glow Wrestling at one point. It went out of business, but it did at a time put a focal point on women and women being themselves and being different characters. And even though it did go out of business, it still became legendary. And, you know, it still became legendary. And now we have, like I said, a lot of prominent women. And, you know, with stars like Clarissa Shields, stars like Amanda Serrano, Alicia Baumgartner, I don't know if there's ever been a time in female boxing where we've had multiple stars. We had Christy Martin at one time. I don't know who else she was fighting. We had it was singular at the time. Now it almost seems as if there are multiple girls growing, and I think it's such a dope thing to see. And again, and I was saying earlier, making a point about social media. It's similar. Boxing is similar to the music industry, where if you're not backed by a major entity, you literally have to rely on yourself. And social media has made it easier for a lot of these females, a lot of these artists to take their career into their own hands. Women are doing podcasts like yourself. You have one every Wednesday, where it's to support women, to grow the movement, and I think that's dope. You see a lot of these females doing a lot of interviews. So I feel like social media is going to be the way for these women to go about it. And to be honest, I see a lot of these female boxers sponsored by OnlyFans. You know what I mean? And I think that's another way. But again, you know, it's based upon the appeal of the female. And I feel like we have to get past that eventually for it to grow to where it should be. You know what I mean? But I mean, how do you feel about? And I know you know, how do you feel about I don't want to say the better looking, but the more out there a female is in regards to sexuality or whatnot. I seen footage. I think it was Sugar Neeks, where she showed up with a paint. It was just paint over her breasts and OnlyFans. And of course, you know, that's with the intent to get more male viewers. What do you feel about a Sugar Neeks, you know, basing this on her looks as opposed to her actual fighting skills? Or do you even take it that way?
You know, Sugar Neeks actually is talented.
Yeah.
That's not her only thing that she has to offer. Now, someone like an Ebony Bridges, I'll go on record and say she's not very talented. And we will definitely beat her ass. But she puts her sexuality out there first, and that's fine. Kudos to her. There are some that choose not to do that, you know, and they shouldn't have to. They should be recognized for what they bring to the sport, their talent, who they fought, so on and so forth.
I just tweeted that, by the
have to be that way.
I'm just letting you know, I just tweeted that. I had to tweet that about what you said about Ebony Bridges.
Good. I'm
But
so glad.
I'm not gonna lie though, Christine. The first thing that caught my eyes about Sugar Neeks was that she's a very attractive girl, and that's what made me tune into it.
Absolutely.
I can't cap.
And there's many men that way, and women, and that's fine too. And then we have others that maybe some men don't find very aesthetically pleasing, but they can fight. They should be watched too. We as women don't say, man, that guy, whatever, so I'm going to watch him.
Come on, Christine. Never. Don't do that. Never.
No.
You never was
Seriously,
like,
no.
You never was like, damn, Canelo's kind of fine. You never said that? Come on.
I'm not even a big Canelo fan. Okay.
Stop, Christine. We don't speak negative about Canelo on this show. No, I mean it is a tough barrier to cross, to be honest with you. And even talking about it, a lot of people don't like to talk about it. Even the boxing analysts, they don't talk about it. It's kind of messed up. I don't ever see them put a focal point on that. It's usually, if it's drama, that's what they'll speak about. Or they'll speak about the Clarissa Shields Remy Martin thing, Remy Ma thing. And listen, all of that. You know what they say? Ice Cube said, all publicity is good publicity, right? So
Yeah, it is. I mean, for instance, Alicia Baumgartner, when she popped Dirty, okay, it wasn't alleged. She was suspended for a year. It was proven, whatever. Everybody's like, oh, she's innocent. Because right after that, she started putting out thirst trap pictures and videos and this and that. Oh, she's innocent. She's innocent. Why?
You talking about Alicia?
Yeah, because she's hot. That's why she's innocent. Come on now.
I can't lie to you.
That's what I don't like.
I have had these conversations with a lot of friends about Alicia Baumgartner and the fact that she is very attractive. I'm not gonna lie. These are the conversations we had. First of all, hold on. I gotta address Boss Desk. She said that's how I feel about Canelo. I love Canelo. Okay, you can't talk bad about Canelo. I'm not attracted to Canelo, but he's a handsome guy. I'm not gonna say he's not. Right? I don't have a problem saying another man is handsome. Okay, but no, it's true. I mean, Alicia Baumgartner. She shows up. She actually says at a press conference at the weigh-in, and I think it was her last fight, and she goes, "I know what you guys came for," and proceeds to take off her pants and show her ass. When I seen it, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, this is kind of crazy.
She knows how to sell herself.
No, but she's good though. She can fight. She can fight.
She is good. I'll take nothing away from her.
I mean, but as a woman, do you feel like you're like, or do you like, you know what? Shake what your mama gave you. What you think?
I think that if that's what you want to do, then you should be able to do that. But I don't think that should be what you have to do, is my point.
Yeah.
I'm an old lady. I'm a grandma.
Wow.
But
hold on. Before you move, shout out to that, because you are a very beautiful grandmother. I gotta say.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I want to be able to soar in this sport off of the things that I've known and been through.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do anything like only grandma fans.
That is hilarious,
whatever.
Christina. That is.
No,
I get
I
it.
just want people to see me and hear me for what I have to offer.
No, and listen, it's tough. It's tough being a woman and fighting, and I really want to support all the ladies out there. And again, a lot of females in boxing are not as aesthetically pleasing as some of them grow up kind of, tomboyish, so they're not used to that type of stuff. But, I feel like, in my opinion, the skills should only pay the bills, right? But at the same time, with women, and it goes through everything, whether it's sports, the women that are more flaunting or sexually whatever, they're the ones that get the push. And, I just want women's boxing to go, because to go further, regardless of how it goes. But yeah, only grandma's fans is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But
You know who I respect so much
oh,
in this sport? One of the women that I do is Christina Poncher. She is beautiful, but she does not have to show her body.
you're talking about the girl on the zone, the lady.
From Top Rank.
She has the white hair. Oh,
Christina
she's beautiful too.
Poncher.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, Christina Poncher.
Okay.
She blondish brown, but she's very knowledgeable. She has a great rapport with boxers. She does great interviews, commentary, and she's not showing TNA all over the place.
No, I mean that's why I love you so much. I think you're very intelligent, you're smart, you're a pretty lady. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you should. That's why I have you in the show. I don't have you on there. But listen, Christine, I need you to show up in a bikini. No, like I love how you talk, and even the
Scare you.
fans, even the fans are like,
Yeah.
well, we love Christine. She knows her stuff. Everybody that I ever talked to in regards to or ever mentioned is like, yo, she knows her stuff, and I think that's
Appreciate
super
that.
dope. The mailman says only in the UFC the skills pay the bills. Yeah, but they did push Ronda Rousey a lot more than a lot of females. Let's be real. I
Oh,
mean,
facts.
like, come on, guys. It is what it is. But it is good, though, that women are empowering themselves. You know what I mean? I don't want to see women tearing themselves down. Listen,
No.
Sugar needs a lot of these girls to. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And as long as it gets to a certain point where because I watch Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor not because I find anything attractive. I just think it's good
Right.
TV. It's great fighting. So that's how I feel
Right.
about it. But again, hopefully you guys get more of an opportunity. It is a little awkward with Turkey Al Asik, which they're in their culture. They don't really push women like that. I want to see where that goes with that situation with Dana White. But
Me too.
there's a lot of great women fights that are about to happen. So I'm super excited for that. You know what I mean? But good luck with that. Before we switch topics, what fights you want to see? Because I did see Chicken call out Sugar Neeks as well as the Blonde Bomber. What fights do you want to see particularly with the
I hope
ladies?
everybody in that weight class, 119. She wants a homecoming fight. She wants to do something in Dallas, and I think that she should get that. We're working now with Jackie Callan, who is the first lady of boxing, the real first lady of boxing. Sorry, no disrespect, Rosie Perez, but Jackie is. And we're so blessed for that because that woman is a living legend. And so I'm very excited to see what she's going to set up for us next. But we'll take them all. We'll take them all. Line them up.
I can't allow you to speak negative or any way about Rosie, okay?
No, no negative. I'm just correcting her. She is not the first woman of boxing.
No, we
Jackie
love Rosie.
Callan is.
No, we love Rosie. Though. Rosie knows her
I love her
stuff.
too.
Rosie knows her stuff, and I want to see more Rosie. I thought she did a hell of a job on the Jake Paul fight that night. They were saying that she was scared. She didn't want to talk, and it sucks because women should be able to. Yeah, no, but a lot of people judge women. Like when you see a pretty lady, whatever, like they don't know nothing about boxing. Rosie knows her stuff.
You're right.
And
You're right.
I really want to see more of her. I want to see you. I would love to see a panel with you, Rosie.
I would love it.
It would be amazing. You know what I mean?
Let's set it up.
Calvin Lincoln says, "Who wins the Meyer versus Ryan rematch? I'm really looking forward to it. This could be the fight of the year." I'll let you answer that one.
Mayer's got her number again. Mayer is very confident, and she knows she's going to win, just like Tierra knew she was going to beat Sky. And not only does she know her worth and her skills in the ring, but she has gotten into Sandy Ryan's head. Mentally, she's defeated.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Why do you feel that way?
I mean, she got in her head the first time. There was all the drama that went on, before the fight, and Mayer played to it. Sandy looks mentally broken.
No, I mean,
Mayer's a gangster.
who's a gangster?
Mayer.
Damn, she's thug life.
She's a gangster.
Oh my God, you're crazy, Christine. I'm glad the audio issues are fixed. Nobody's complaining about the audio, so that's a
Me
good thing.
too. Thank you.
It was my mistake. It wasn't Christine. But let's move forward to one of your friends. He had this to say about my boy, Canelo Alvarez.
You beat Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say if, I'm gonna say when. When I beat Canelo Alvarez, I think I'm gonna be, top 3, pound for pound, best fighters ever. I think Canelo was up there with the all-time greats too. I already look at myself as an all-time great, but to move up essentially 3 weight classes, and dethrone a soon to be undisputed 168 champion without even stepping foot in that weight class or the weight class below, it's like some Henry Armstrong stuff. It's gonna be amazing. Like they always say, you never see a great small guy beat a great big guy, and I want to change that narrative.
You beat
Christine, I'll let you start off first.
Hey, that's my guy.
Okay.
You know, but Bud is not dumb. He knows it's going to be a challenge. He's not going for the knockout. He said it. I don't have to stop him. I just have to beat him.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens. I believe that he will beat him. He felt like Canelo was holding up Munguia, and I forget who else he mentioned. He was carrying them. He's not going to be able to do anything like that with Bud. He's going to have to be on his game that night.
I'm gonna say two things. One, I hate his haircut. Not gonna lie. His haircut. Right? Two, he looks big. He looks very big. I don't think he's gonna be much smaller than Canelo. He might look bigger than Canelo. He's not. Top 3 pound for pound of all time is very. It's crazy. I mean, it's hard to say that.
But think about it. If and when he beats Canelo,
Stop disrespecting
is he
Canelo.
right? Is he right though?
I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. His resume outside of Canelo is not going to match a Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather, just to name 2 fighters, right? And not even a Miguel Cotto, to be honest. He is undefeated, but he hasn't fought guys like that have been in his division like Virgil Ortiz. Let's be honest. Did not fight Virgil, right? He does skip 2 weight classes. We all know it was a money move. I get it. Did he dare to be great, or did he dare to be financially secure the rest of his life? That's the question we want to say. I think so. I think Bud is a great fighter. I think he's one of the best fighters ever. Top 3 ever because he beats Canelo? No. I can't say that. I feel like, guys like Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, there's a lot of guys that went and fought the best of the best within that division, or within the divisions, whatever, right? Just resume-wise, I don't believe so. Talent-wise, I would put him in top 10. I think he has all of the skill set to do it. I'm glad he did acknowledge the fact that Canelo is one of the all-time greats, win, lose, or draw. But to your point, it's kind of tough to be in Canelo's shoes, right? Because Bud Crawford wins that fight, he can be considered one of the greats. The big question is, if Canelo beats him, which I think is going to happen, does he get the credit? I don't think people are going to give him the same credit. I think people are still going to kind of chop his legacy down because he beat a smaller man. It's expected for Canelo to win.
So you feel like it's a lose-lose.
For Canelo, yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. I believe so because Canelo's supposed to win. Canelo's the quote-unquote bigger guy, but he really isn't that much bigger. He's fighting up weight class that he's not.
I don't even think he's taller than Bud.
No, I think Bud is taller than him. My thing is, and not, I'm not going to get into who I believe wins the fight, which is Canelo, or not. But I just feel like, Bud, maybe in today's fan, they might say because these fans are casuals. Well, Bud is this, but if you look at the total, right? You got Manny Pacquiao won 8 belts. It won belts in 8 different divisions. That's something that's probably never going to be done again, ever. Where do you place men? Yeah, where do you place him? Where do you place Floyd? Where do you place Muhammad Ali? We just seen George Foreman. George Foreman had 76 wins. He had like a 94% or 90-something% knockout ratio, which is crazy. How many heavyweights have 76 wins? 80 fights.
This is what I've seen over the years. The boxing then and the boxing now, there's been a metamorphosis. Okay, back then it was like not much technique. They were just knocking each other's heads off, and there was many more knockouts. And I'm not discrediting it. What I'm saying is that now it's become more of an art form, in my opinion. And I think Canelo and Bud fighting each other is going to be a beautiful symphony. to see these two different styles coming together. To me, it's going to be glorious.
I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think he stops Bud. Honestly, I
My
just feel
husband
like,
does too.
yeah, I feel like Canelo, in my and just to harp on it, the pressure of not gaining anything. I feel like he has to almost knock him out to win, to gain some type of respect. But I kind of disagree with you in regards to guys that's knocking each other's heads off. Pernell Whitaker, masterclass boxman.
No, Purnell, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm talking way back.
Oh, you're talking about 1940?
70s,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I'm saying over these years, how it has become what it is today.
Yeah. I feel like
I found myself on that.
the hell was that?
Sorry.
I feel like there was a better mixture of fighters fighting and actually having. I think Camacho was technically sound. I thought he was, but he was a fighter. I think Chavez was. I feel like post Mayweather, right? Post Mayweather, I feel like a lot of fighters have adapted a style that's been less entertaining and blamed it on the skill set. I don't put Bud in that skill set, in that realm. I think Bud is a great fighter, a great finisher, does what he needs to do to win the fight. I think Errol Spence is. But I feel like a lot of fighters, and I'm going to keep it real, guys like Gervonta Davis, they've adapted style. Even though Gervonta knocks people out, he doesn't fight anybody great. Shakur Stevenson, great defensive fighter, doesn't really mix it up like that. I feel like the balance of fighters nowadays is not as balanced as maybe 90s, 80s, and the 2000s era.
I
To be
definitely
honest.
agree with that because like you said, social media and things like that, people are so worried about what people are going to say.
Yeah.
You know, one minute you're on top of the world, you get a loss, and people are just done with you.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't put butts in seats, then why do promoters want to put you on their shows? Because they're going to lose money.
Yeah.
So now it's more of a business than it was before, in my opinion.
The negative part of Crawford right now, and this is just the negative part. If he loses, let's say Canelo goes and knocks him out, right? His last fight was Madronov. He wasn't that great. He had trouble. Virgil Ortiz kind of. I'm just being real. I mean, he took more shots than we usually see him
that's
take.
fine, yeah.
Okay. Virgil goes in there, dominates him, right? So I feel like going into the Canelo fight, Canelo beats him like that. It's gonna look like, well, couldn't handle Madronov like as he should. He took as many shots. It's the weight. I feel like that is who's gonna go. But also, Bud being who he is and not fighting the biggest names, will it hurt his legacy similar to what he did to Errol Spence? And people are talking about Errol Spence like he's nothing.
Yeah, and that's sad because he was and is amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't do this. I don't compare what somebody does
Yeah.
to someone. My example. Okay, Bivol beat Canelo, right?
Yeah.
Better Biev, in my opinion, beat Bivol.
Okay.
But so can Canelo not beat Better Biev, or would Better Biev beat Canelo based on Canelo and Bivol? That's why I don't compare things like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No. I think you're right. I mean, different fighters, are going to
Bring
do.
out different things.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I just feel like again, like with Bud, I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think it will. But I tell you this: if he does beat Canelo, oh my God, forget about it. It's going to be a parade. And where is he from? Nebraska. It's going to be crazy. You know what I mean? Omaha, Nebraska.
When he does beat him,
Stop
I'm
it,
gonna cook you up
Christine.
some crow.
Stop
I'm gonna cook you up some crow to eat.
Listen, if Canelo wins, when Canelo wins this fight, I'm gonna need you to bring Bud on the show because I need to talk to him. No, but I like Bud. I do like Bud, and I'm happy he's getting to at least capitalize his career with the biggest check of his life. He's probably seeing close to $100 million for this fight. Turkey Allison loves him. So I'm glad to see that. I do think he's going to lose, and I think he might lose in emphatic fashion. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he might go sleep in that fight. I'm not going to lie to you. That's how I feel. But I'm glad he's going to do it with a pillow full of money. a lot of it. But in terms of his legacy, if he wins, I think people may be delusional and put him in the top 3. But realistically, I cannot put him in the top 3. I can't put him over guys like.
Yeah, and everything is subjective. I mean, it's about people's opinion and what they think and all that. It's just,
Wow, somebody said Errol Spence is not a Hall of Famer. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I feel like.
He's definitely going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the way he lost to Bud. I think people just talk about him like if he's Rolly Romero. Like it's insane to me, to be honest. Like I don't know how people could fix their mouth and disrespect that man, but it is what it is. The Martin says, is she on streaming and listening to YouTube at the same time?
So
That echoes
sorry about the echoing.
Yeah, I don't know if she's on streaming.
gonna fix it.
We're gonna fix it. I didn't know it started echoing again, but I'm definitely gonna fix that. But to end that subject, I really do believe Bud will definitely be recognized as one of the greatest fighters. She's the first ballot Hall of Famer, regardless of what transpires with what's his name with Canelo. So that's how I feel about it.
And we're not on StreamYards. I don't know why that's happening.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening, guys. I'm gonna fix it. I promise you by the next show. I'll fix it probably by tonight, so don't feel bad. It's not Christine's fault. If it is the headphones, we have to get different headphones. I don't know, but it should. I maybe missed a step. Who knows? Probably on mine. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I apologize again, but yeah, I don't know. You know what, Christine? I'm gonna end the show a little prematurely today because of the thing, and then I'm gonna get to fixing this audio. No, it's not your fault. It's mine. I'm gonna go through it again. I almost had it this time. I don't hear no effects over this way, but for some reason we were getting reverb the other way. I will figure that out. Wait a minute, I think I did figure it out. Hold on one second. Audio input. No, that's my audio. Mic browser input. I am confused as hell. I am totally confused. Give me a second. Hold on let me try this real quick.
Okay.
If I mute this. Let's see. Who cares? Anyways, we're going to leave it at that. I apologize to anybody that had issues with this. I'm going to fix it up. Christine, I appreciate having you. I'm going to check out the audio on that. It was on me today. But, yeah, on that note, I'm going to let y'all rock out. It's your boy Norris. This is Christine. It's 10 Pot. Let them know where they can find you, Christine.
In the Room Christine on every platform of social media and every Wednesday, Women Crushing It Wednesdays.
Oh, I know what happened. Just went out. Guys, I'm out of here.